prostrating in Mecca and the guy who took some dirt placed on his forehead, and then you said he was killed because of that?
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he was killed because of that. He said, I saw him later killed as a non-believer.
Right. That's exactly what I was trying to say, that he wasn't executed.
I don't give a shit. I mean, go for it. I don't care. I'm not Muslim. I don't give a shit who was killed and who wasn't killed.
Well, okay. All right, that's fine. I
mean, if you want to explain, go for it. I just...
Okay, all right. No, I was just going to explain
it. Maybe you thought I was Muslim or something?
No. I think when your viewers heard that this guy was executed, he was executed because he grabbed some dirt and placed it on his forehead and did not prostrate, so that's why he was executed. But the truth is, he's Umayyah ibn Khalaf, one of the chieftains of Mecca, and that was before migration to Medina. And Ibn Mas'ud, who narrated the hadith, says that I saw this person killed, and yes, it was in the Battle of Badr. Umayyah ibn Khalaf, he was killed by Bilal, one of the companions. So the point I'm trying to say, I'm not accusing you of anything, I'm not saying that you got it wrong. I'm just saying, as a listener, I would have probably thought that you thought that this guy was executed because of the fact that he didn't have dirt on his face.
What was he executed for? I'm sorry?
He wasn't executed. He died in the Battle of Badr.
Well, first off, I don't think I ever said the word executed. I just read it. It said, I saw him killed as a non-believer.
Right. Yes.
Was he a non-believer?
Yes. So what happened, the story, it was before migration to Medina, where the Prophet read Surah Sajda, Surah Dukhan, I believe. I forgot which surah, but all people, Muslims,
but yeah.
Yeah, but all Muslims and non-Muslims prostrated, and this person took part of the dirt and placed it on his forehead because he was too proud to prostrate. And then Ibn Mas'ud says, I saw this person killed afterwards as a non-Muslim. And yes, he is Umayyah ibn Khalaf, one of the chieftains of Mecca, who was actually killed in the Battle of Badr. I just wanted to clarify that. I'm not saying that you meant anything or you misconstrued or used it. I just wanted to make sure that, like, some of the listeners...
I'm sorry, how do you know any of the... I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I don't particularly care, but I'm just wondering, where did you get any of this
I know,
from?
like, Sirah. It's all in the Sirah ibn Hisham. Do you know Sirah ibn Hisham?
But
I mean, you definitely listen. No, you have to. No, that's a good question. Oh, totally. You can definitely Google it. It's Umayyah ibn Khalaf, and you can commentaries of Hadith of Ibn Majah.
How old was this guy?
Who?
What do you mean? We're only talking about one person right now. Who else are we talking about?
Oh no, the Umayyah ibn Khalaf, right? Oh, he was one of the...
I have no idea. When you, like, slurring first off, your mic's already really bad, and then when you start, like, speaking Arabic, it sounds like you're... Like, I'm not trying to sound mean, but it sounds like you're swallowing marbles.
The person that they were referring to, who was one of the chieftains of the Meccans, Umayyah ibn Khalaf, it's a guess. Don't quote me for it, but I would say he was probably in his 50s and 60s. Like, he's one of the older folks in Mecca.
And he was in a battle?
No, so he was killed in a battle later in Badr. The first battle...
Right, so he was in a battle?
Yes, he was in a battle, right? And he was killed in a battle. As a
60-year-old?
I don't quote me on the age. You can definitely Google it.
Okay, as a 50-year-old? We know he was old, and old back then was generally 50s, 60s, like today.
Probably. No, right. So when it happened, when the story happened in Mecca, when the story happened in Mecca, the Prophet did not have any power in Mecca to execute anyone anyways. So he was...
Well, first off, I never once said that the Prophet was executed. Or, the Prophet executed anyone. I never said that. You're adding that. Right.
Okay. No, I'm saying I'm not accusing you of anything.
It's not about accusing me. It's just weird how you keep bringing that up. Hold on one sec. It's just weird. Hold on. Dude, you're... Hasty tongue. Have you ever heard that before?
All right, go ahead.
When people try to lie, they're very hasty. That's you right now. So anyways, I never once said that the Prophet executed anyone. In fact, I didn't even mention the Prophet. I said the people around the Prophet of his time. I have no idea who specifically was, and I said that yesterday because every time I have brought up that hadith, I've said that. But that being said, you're telling me 60, you're doing it again. You can't. No, you can't. You cannot. And you're doing it again where you're trying to convince me that this 50 or 60-year-old was in a battle. I don't believe that at all.
Okay, dude. Okay, can I reply to you?
I guess.
Yeah. Well, the reason I mentioned that, you said that you never said that. Actually, I saw one of your videos where you mentioned 3 things, and you were, I think, debating someone, and you said, "I'm going to mention 3 things that the Prophet did, and tell me if that's a fundamentalist act or a moderate act." And you mentioned that, and you said a guy was killed because he did not.
If you saw my video, that means it was videos that are obviously cut to be less than 3 minutes because reels aren't allowed to be longer than 3 minutes. So I guarantee in the full thing I would have explained, I probably would have even read the hadith to him and said that the hadith doesn't say the prophet personally killed him or had his like personal right-hand man kill him. It says that I saw him later killed as a non-believer. But nonetheless, that's hardly the point. I'm still kind of stuck on this idea that a 50, 60, whatever, however his exact age was in a battle. I don't think that's...
Oh, I mean, listen, it's fully documented who were in the Battle of Badr, which chieftains of Meccans, and which chieftains actually were killed in Badr. And one of the...
Yeah, how do you know that this old man was that guy? That's my question, I guess.
It's in the you can look at Sirah ibn Hisham.
Sure, and without sounding like you're sounding a bag of marbles, can you just tell me how to spell that so I can look it up?
Umayyah, just write Umayyah ibn Khalaf. I'll write it in the comments.
Can you just do me a favor? Can you slow down? Again, the reason I'm having a hard time believing I don't know who you are is because you're so hasty, which is what people do when they try to
okay, listen, I'll do something better than that.
You're doing it again. No, don't do anything better. I'm just asking. No, I want you to calm down. Why are you so hasty? Like, you're not on a time limit. You act like I'm giving you 10 seconds. I'm just asking you. You say you're not, but everyone here there's people in the comment. Take a deep breath. Like, yes, you are. Just relax. You're not on a time limit.
Nick, all right. Okay, here's
no, don't gaslight me either by being like, Nick, calm down. No, I'm good. I'm trying to get you to calm down. So tell me, you said Umayyah. Oh my God.
Umayyah, yes. Umayyah ibn Khalaf.
Okay, Umayyah. Dude, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Just listen to everything I say before you keep trying to go forward, okay?
No, I do. I mean, I've listened
to these videos. No, you don't. I'm asking you to calm down. No. So what I'm trying to tell you while you keep interrupting me to speak very hasty is that I don't speak Arabic. So when you say look up, I don't know what that is, okay? And I think you know I don't speak Arabic. Now, Umayyad, are you saying like the Umayyad Caliphate? Is it spelled the same way? Or is it... Okay, see? So that's why you need to take a breath, shut the fuck up for 5 seconds, listen to everything I'm trying to tell you, and then respond. So now that you've finally done that, can you please spell that for me? Please, thank you.
You can write I'll write it in the comments, probably easier, but I can definitely...
That might work too, just as whatever causes you to calm down.
Sure, I'll send it to the comment with all the information that you need.
I don't need all the information, just tell me what to Google right now. You said the Umayyad, and then you said something else.
Ibn Khalaf, right, Umayyad ibn Khalaf, you can say, you'll probably Google...
He's doing it again, holy shit.
Google might fix the spelling for you. You can write Umayyah like the way you write Umayyah Caliphate, right? So Umayyah.
Oh, it is like the Caliphate.
Yeah. It's the same name. It's the first name.
What the fuck? I just asked you and you said no. Okay.
IBN, and then
IBN. I thought IBN was Ibn.
Yes, Ibn, right. Ibn Khalaf.
It sounded like you said something else. And then Khala, like the bread?
KHALF.
LAF. Umayyad ibn Khalaf. Okay, so I'm reading is this was the person, right? The old man you're saying?
Yes, this is the person that Ibn Mas'ud, the guy who narrated the hadith, was referring to. Yes.
Yeah, and he was praying with the prophet even though he was an opponent of the prophet?
No, he wasn't praying.
That's what the hadith says. The hadith says that he was...
I'll explain the hadith. When the prophet was reading and prostrated, Muslims and non-Muslims all prostrated.
Right, so he was praying with the prophet.
He wasn't praying. The prophet was reading it to everybody, and everybody prostrated, both the Muslims and the non-Muslims.
The prophet was why you're doing that marble thing again.
The prophet. I'm sorry, my phone is bad, but here I'm gonna try to speak.
Yeah, if you just speak normally, it's not even like slowly. Just speak normally.
All right, I have no idea how I sound like because it sounds perfectly legit on my end.
That right there, that sentence you just did was perfect.
All right, I'll try to maintain that. Okay. The prophet was reading the verse in Mecca, and
just one quick question: what is Surat Najm?
Surat Najm means the interpretation of that would be Najm is a star. It's star. STAR. It's the verse. It's called the star verse.
Okay, great. What is it though? I'm assuming that is a surah. Yes.
Yes, it's a surah.
Okay, so when you said he wasn't praying with the prophet, the hadith says the prophet recited Suratan Najm, which is a part of the Quran, right? I mean, I get it wasn't the Quran, but you got what I'm saying. And so the prophet was praying at Mecca, as you said, and he prostrated. So the prophet was reciting to people, and then he prostrates, and those who are with him then did the same, right?
Yes. So what happened?
He was praying with the prophet.
He wasn't praying because the prophet wasn't praying. The prophet was preaching the word of God, reading the Quran. It wasn't a prayer at the time. All the prophet did was reading the verse. And all the Muslims and the non-Muslims, the believers and the non-believers, prostrated. And the reason why they did that, out of appreciation to the Arabic language, because such a powerful language the Quran is. So the Umayyah ibn
Quran
Khalaf,
or the Arabic language?
well, but the Quran in Arabic, obviously, right?
This guy was an enemy. Assuming this is the guy, this is the old man, like you're saying it is, right?
Yes.
You're saying this old man was an opponent of the prophet, right?
Yes,
he was not Muslim. He didn't. Shush up. Just let me finish. Oh my goodness. So he was an enemy, effectively, of the prophet, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. And yet he was prostrating with the prophet and listening to him recite words?
Yeah, all who witnessed it prostrated. He was the guy who took the dirt and placed it on his forehead.
Right, so he was listening to his enemy preach. And then he was, well, people around him were prostrating and he was still listening and put stones to his forehead. Why would he be listening to his enemy?
Well, I mean, at the time, the prophet was preaching God's words to all the Meccans.
But not his God, right? Because he's not a Muslim?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still God. Like, you talk to me, I don't follow Christianity or Judaism. I'm a Muslim, but we're still conversing. So the prophet...
Are you my enemy?
But the prophet was...
Are you my enemy?
I'm not you're my enemy. I'm not your enemy. You're the one who's making yourself an enemy. I'm not an enemy.
I've never made you... So I am your enemy, you're saying?
No. We agree that the prophet...
Wait, hold on. You're trying to skip past a very important question. I'm not going to let you do that. You're saying to me, right, because, you can be preaching the words of, like, let's say Christianity, and even though I'm not a Christian, I will still do what this guy did. Except the difference is this is an enemy of the prophet. You and I aren't enemies. We may not agree with stuff, but we're definitely not enemies. So that's a stupid example. Because we're not enemies.
No. Here's the thing. When the prophet was preaching Islam in Mecca, he was preaching it to all people, enemies and companions, believers and non-believers.
That doesn't mean an enemy would listen to him. That doesn't make any sense. But anyways.
Well, I mean, that's what the hadith says. It says when the prophet was in Mecca,
hadith doesn't say this. You're adding a lot of stuff. I'm gonna allow you to get me there to see that the hadith is talking about this.
Okay.
It's not a hold on. So I have Umayyah ibn Khalaf.
Let me know when you want me to talk and explain things. I'll talk and explain when you want me to.
Perfect. So I have Umayyah ibn Khalaf, right? That's the name of the person. But how do we know that this old man, and by the way, I'm not saying you're wrong or right. I have no idea. But how do we know that this man is that person anyways?
And do you want me to answer now?
Why would I ask a question and go silent if I didn't want
All right,
the
okay.
answer?
No, I want to.
I don't understand. Are you like I don't understand what is confusing.
Listen, you keep saying I keep interrupting.
You're not a dumb person, right?
Listen.
No, no, that's a question. That wasn't rhetorical. I'm asking you.
It's up to you. You decide.
I don't think you are. So when I say you're interrupting, maybe it's because you're doing it in the middle of my sentences. And you're trying to compare that to me asking a question then immediately going silent. Is this are you being serious right now?
I am being serious. And here's what I'll say.
No, it's not that I don't want anything else. I just want the answer to this, which by the way, we should have gotten to already. Right? I don't want anything else. If you're not capable of understanding how conversing works, right? Don't just cut me off in the middle of a sentence or question versus me asking you a question and then going silent, which clearly means I'm trying to converse with you. If you can't understand the two differences between those two things, I don't know how we're going to get to the end of this conversation.
All right. Listen. Okay. All right. So what do you? I think you said too many things.
I said one thing. So you have Umayyah ibn Khalaf. You're saying that this old man is that person. Great. Can you tell me what says that?
All right, you mean the sources that actually confer the fact that Ibn Mas'ud, the narrator of the hadith, said that it's this person,
Jesus
Umayy ibn
Christ.
Khalaf.
Why is this such a hard question? I'll try it one more time. Can you just tell me what says that this old man is the exact same person as this Umayyah ibn Khalaf?
It's Siratu Ibn Hisham. Siratu Ibn Hisham. And I can also send you the sources that can actually confer to that. If you
Just
want
tell me what's the next step I have to do. It's very easy.
No, listen. I'm talking to you from my phone, but I have all this stuff on my laptop. I need to go. I'm not by my laptop now, but I can totally send it to you. Do you want me to send it to you? Do you want me to send it?
No, dude. I get hundreds and hundreds of messages per day. You're just gonna be lost into the sphere. And then, obviously, by the way, that's only if you're lucky and it doesn't get hidden, because sometimes it gets hidden. I just want you to tell me, hey Nick, if you go to this surah, this hadith, this thing, whatever the case might be, you can give me an Al Jazeera article, right? I will look at anything and determine if it's legitimate or if it's legitimate or it's apologetics. My guess is it's apologetics, but I'm willing to hear you out. I didn't really care that much because I'm not Muslim. I don't give a shit what 6-year-old the Prophet married or what person he did or didn't have killed. But you gained my interest just out of the sheer thought of like, hey, I can have more knowledge. But now you're telling me I actually don't know, Nick. It's all on my laptop. Why the fuck did you come up here then if you weren't going to give me the answer?
Listen.
No, that's an actual question. Why did you come up here if you don't? All right.
I'm going to give you...
Why did you come up here if you don't have the answer? Did you just expect me to hear your words and go, yeah, I guess that sounds right?
Am I still muted or?
No, you're not muted because there's a fucking symbol on the damn. Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. I
feel like I'm being trolled right now. There's no fucking way.
I'm new to TikTok.
You're new to. Are you new to the mute symbol that is in existence to multiple different?
Listen, I wasn't paying attention to that.
Okay, I don't really care. Why did you come up here if you didn't have the answer?
I told you where you can find it. You can Google.
I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, you do have the answer. Okay, great. What should I Google?
Google Ibn Hisham Sirat Ibn Hisham, and it'll talk.
All right, you know what I'm gonna say next. I know you do because you're not dumb, right? What the fuck does that mean?
I brought okay. You say you're a researcher.
No. Stop. I just don't understand what you're saying because your mic, as you've even admitted, is not the greatest, right? And so when you say Arabic, shut up. Stop. So then when you speak Arabic super fast, it's even more difficult because that's not my native tongue.
Just shut up for a second.
So just tell me, what do you want me to type
I'll leave it in the comments. Siratu, I'll put it for you in the comments.
Okay, I heard Sira, so that's what, Sirah?
Sira Ibnu.
Wait, did I get that part right?
Well, yeah, Sira.
Perfect. All right, next word. Whew. It's like pulling Ibnu. So IBNU.
Hisham.
No, I need you to say. Fuck, it's like talking to a toddler. Did I get that right? Is it IBNU?
IBN, no you.
Oh,
just
Ibn.
IBN.
Why did you say Ibnu? That's pronounced Ibn. Even I know that. Holy fuck. Okay, next word.
Hisham.
Hisham.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You know Ibn is not Ibnu, right? Like I don't even speak Arabic and I feel like I shouldn't be teaching you this. IBN is Ibn.
Dude, yes.
You know
IBN
that right?
Is Ibn. Yeah,
right.
IBN is Ibn.
Ibnu.
No, but it's pronounced. It can be pronounced as Ibn.
No. It's IBN is always Ibn.
Dude, I speak native Arabic.
You're not very good at it. All right, so I looked that up. I don't see anything.
So, Ibn Hisham, you still pronounce it as Ibnu, although
so
it's
just
Ibn.
real quick, when I look it up, I see something that tries to correct it as Al-Sira al-Nabawiyah.
Right,
but is that the same thing?
Yes, in the interpretation.
Okay, perfect. Awesome, so it's the same thing. So now what do I look up? So I see it's a book by, I assume, Ibn Hisham or Ibnu, if you want to be wrong. So what's the next thing I need to look up? Because I'm assuming you're not telling me to read the whole entire book, right? That would be unfair. So what exactly are you asking me to look up in this book?
Hold on. Can you give me just a sec? I'm going to use my phone, okay?
Sure. Okay, either you have it on you right now or you don't. If you don't, you can go get it and come back in an hour or two or tomorrow or the next day.
All right. Okay, yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back. No problem.
Fucking Jesus Christ, dude. I swear Muslims are like infants, dude. They're seriously like infants. Like, you have to like spell things out for them, and you have to like teach them as if they're little like 8-year-olds that are about to touch the oven, and you're like, stop, and they're like, and you're just like, you have to. Did I not just ask him, chat, if you don't have it, why the fuck did you come up? And he goes, well, like, I'm telling you what to Google. And I'm like, oh, so you do have it. That's awesome. And then he wastes 20 minutes of my life just to tell me effectively he doesn't have it. And the crazy part is it's not even that I don't believe him. I think he might be right. I want to know for myself. And by the way, he should want me to know, so that way in the future, if I do hear this indeed, or when I bring it up again, which I still will, because it's still ridiculous to have killed this guy, not Mohammed, just in general. I guess it's ridiculous now that a 60-year-old was in a battle, but fine, I can add that context. Oh, well, by the way, he was actually an old man who was killed in a battle. Like, but it's...
Baby, do you think that in 50 years we'll be discussing all the time that Muslims took away from our lives?
It's just insane, because a lot of them, they do speak well. Like, he came up here, and other than his bad mic and marble voice, like, he's articulate. It's not like some people are dumb and they just can speak well. It is what it is. But that's what frustrates me the most, is it's not like this is some like 15-year-old kid who's just like trolling on TikTok. He sounds like he can speak. And I had to be like, stop, do this, and then this. And by the way, I'm not giving him anything like crazy instructions that you have to be like some kind of years of wisdom to know. Like, I'm giving him like basic stuff like he's an 8-year-old. This is why I could never be Muslim. I just got to be real with you.